Hello. How are
Hey,
you?
Al.
Good.
Pretty good. How
My
about
lips
you?
wore off and I didn't go freshen them up. Yeah, I
Did you
was
run
just
out of
trying to
time?
get ready. You know, I kind of did my makeup a whole hour early,
Okay.
but it's all good.
At an hour. I can't do it. I've never been able to do makeup. Hey, Arkansas Barbie.
You know we drinking.
Trying to. My
Thanks,
chair
Meredith.
keeps. I got one of these chairs that go
Hey,
up and down.
Josiah.
Y'all just give me. Maybe this will be better. That's better. Hello, everyone.
How's everyone doing? What's everyone sipping on? They're saying, hey, Bera. Hey, hey. Bera, you froze. Hold on, guys. Let's wait for Bera. Can you guys see her? I'm drinking Chardonnay too. Bera. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Oh, there you are. You froze for a few seconds.
Okay. Did you cut me off and then bring me back in?
I just went back and re-invited you. I don't know if that was it or you just popped back in. Okay.
Yeah, it cut off, and I was trying to make sure I didn't do something. Okay,
yeah, no, it's weird because when I turned the live on, after like a minute, it cut off on me talking about poor connection. Yet I got Wi-Fi and all my bars. I'm like, are we doing this, IG? Are we doing this today?
We're going to get it done. We're here. We're going to get it done.
So Meredith said she's got some Chardonnay and peanuts.
Ooh.
You know, Arkansas Barbie is about to drop any day now, so she probably on some water.
I've got ready, Arkansas Barbie? You ready?
Yeah,
I had a baby January 1st, so it's so fun and festive. My son was born January 1st, so get ready to bring in the new year the right way.
The right way.
No, that ain't the right way. You're in the hospital. It's crazy.
Well, I'm sipping on Chardonnay too. My California traditions from downstairs at Publix, 12% alcohol. Got a silky butter, charming vanilla and caramel. Bright citrus fruits finished in a toasty oak. It's a little sweet though for the Chardonnays that I like, but it's still good.
Did you say it's a little sweet?
Yeah, you know I'm a bitter bitch. I'm 95% a bitter bitch.
It's probably not even sweet.
Yeah, I'm 95% bitter bitch. I'm 5% other, and not sweet, semi-sweet.
I've got my last one from the Barefoot collection, Fruscato. This is the last one. It's pineapple. It's pretty much the same thing. 7.5%. It's hints of juicy peach. And I'm sorry, I said pineapple. It's peach. I sound like I've been drinking already, and I haven't. And it just says makes every day a little sweeter. So it doesn't say what you compare this with, but I did want to try all the flavors in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I got my fur baby, Houston, in here, and he's probably going to have to go to the room at some point because he wants to be in here whining. I don't know why, so he's going to have to go into the room. He's pacing back and forth, and it's like, what are you doing, man? What you got?
Well, I got my real baby literally right here holding on to my arm.
Oh, Harlow's with you today?
We haven't seen her in a while, but say hi, Harlow.
Hi, Harlow.
Say hi, guys. Say I haven't made an appearance in some months, it seems like. Say hi, guys.
Tonight? Is she with you tonight?
Yeah, she's with me. I got her little cocoa melon on, so and her chairs. She got her Grogu beanbag and everything, but for some reason she want to be hugging on my arm right here. So I'm gonna let her. She got her passy. I turned on her show, so I'm right here in the living room with her, you know, and we gonna just do the thing.
Hey,
we ain't seen her in a while.
Let me see something. Because unlike you, Harlow is chill. Houston it bothers me that through the whole thing, even if you guys can't hear it, and then he paces the floor. So it bothers me. So I'm
got you looking like.
Yeah, no, I'm going to exit for a minute and get him. I'll be right back.
Oh, thank you. You're a big fan of Harlow. Aren't we all, you know? She's such a prize. Can't wait to sip on this. Let's get this Sunday started. She is, right, Arkansas Barbie? Get these bros done. How's everyone's Sunday been so far?
I can't imagine if I had a little baby.
Just be running around.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Because I already have two grown. Whoever I pop that baby out with, he'd be like, "Dang, she's like commando." I'd be like, "Where? Why don't you have the baby? Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You see, I'm doing something." Yeah, it would be all bad. I'm like that with Houston now. It's like, "Where's your dad?"
Yeah.
Dad, where is he? I'm doing something right now. Yeah, I get like that. Okay, so let's pour up and raise our glasses so we could jump into this great conversation. I saw in the movie, Elle, what you were trying to show us last week. I tried to do it, but I kept thinking I was going to drop the bottle.
So twist it outward. So pour and then twist. And twist.
Did I do it?
Because the goal is to not let it drip. So you pour and then see.
Okay, so pour.
And then twist. Yeah.
Do I?
But well, twist as you're lifting up. See? Twist as the last little bit as you're lifting up.
Okay. So pour.
And start lifting up and twist while you're lifting up. You're going to be, look, the whole bottle about to be into your mind. So you just pour and then you turn. Whenever you guys are at a restaurant, pay attention to the person pouring your wine and see if they do that. It's just supposed to be a way for the wine not to drip. I
saw it on Criminal Minds. This guy was drugging these ladies and he was doing the twist. I mean, I know I should. He was drugging the ladies, but he was bougie with the twist. He did the twist. He did. I was like, oh, there's the twist Elle was doing. He's classy.
Drugging and classy.
Yeah. I love me some Criminal Minds. All right, everybody, let's raise our glasses and cheers.
Cheers.
We can jump into this conversation. This peach is probably going to be really good.
See, this has a tang, but it's still got a sweetness. Just needs to be a little more dry, but I still like it.
So you will do a little sweet
or not today, so I got this.
So you will do a little sweet. Cool.
San Antonio Winery, their Cardinal, the American Cardinal, one of my favorite wines there.
Okay. Yeah, that's not sweet, Elle. That's warm. I've had that before. It's
sweet. It's sweet. It's sweet.
I'm gonna act like I'm frozen when you say stuff like that.
And I'm like, it's sweet. But they do have this one drink that we've all tried. I'm pretty sure it has like a cognac in it or something like that. It's one of their stronger wines. I don't remember.
Is it called La Quinta?
I think so.
Yeah. Jonathan loves La Quinta. His dad does, because they like liquor.
Yeah.
That is the stronger one. But they put me up on 2 other ones that I'm going to actually try, because I just saw it on my board in the room, and I was like, I was going to buy them originally for them. And I'm like, I should get it, and just try it. Since we're always trying.
I'm going to go on and order me a box from them too. I'm going to order me a good old box from them. And maybe I can get them at wholesale prices with my wholesale license.
You never know. So no PSAs or anything on my part. I did have, and I think we can start doing this after you do your first topic. Before I go into my second one, you guys, just going forward, if there are any submissions, like if someone sends a topic that they want us to kind of throw in, if you email it, I can and get it to us in advance. I have one written down, and we can kind of talk. I don't mind talking about it before I go for my bowl. So you can go into your bowl first. I'll go ahead and do the topic, read it. We can do that, and then I'll go into my bowl after that topic.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna pull from my spicy bowl today. I be writing notes with my bowls. What you want to know if your partner is cheating? What you want to know if your partner's cheating? I've seen stuff where some people are like, I'd rather not know, or some people are like, do you want to be alone or lied to? Like, some people rather be lied to than like be single. But would you want to know if your partner is cheating? And there is a post on social media that said you're not in love until you don't want to cheat, which made me think about this and think about some other situations of people talking about cheating. I personally would want to know. Here, Harlow. Here's Mama. Sorry, guys. I personally would want to know, because don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? If you love me, I know people use the excuse like they can still love you and still cheat, but to me, that's not love. If you feel like you have to venture out, but would you want to know if your partner was cheating and vice versa? And this is from a man and a woman, just wondering.
Well, 2 things came to mind when you said it, because you followed up with, you're not really in love until you don't want to cheat. And I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I just had a conversation the other day, and I'll throw that in. I don't want to go off topic, but choice is huge now. Choice is so that reflects love in so many ways. I think people they just kind of disregard choice. Like, I choose to be faithful. I choose to be submissive. I choose, and I was talking about that the other day. So yeah, I do know what that's like when it's like, I choose to be loyal, because there's always going to be someone, I believe in the 80-20, that has something that your partner may not have. And I believe there are attractive people in the world. You're going to see somebody else at some point that's attractive. But when you love somebody, I believe the layers, there's so much more to it than just the physical aspect, and then the commitment of it. And then you choose to labor in this. It's not always going to be perfect. It's a daily, work in progress. And then there's those foundations you've laid. They're the pillars that keep the union of your relationship, your marriage, strong. And that's how I look at it. But you guys are probably going to be like, what? Because I wouldn't want to. First of all, if I'm with that person and I would think that they wouldn't be cheating on me. Yeah. But the worst thing I've seen is when a person tells, you see it on the movies, I cheated, but she didn't mean anything to me, or it was just oral sex. When when you tell me something like that, I don't want you to tell me you're cheating when you're leaving. If you cheated on me and you're leaving me, first of all, you cheat knows you don't. It's an issue. But this other part of it is you're gonna tell me you cheated and it didn't mean anything to you. You know you don't even want to be with this woman. It's like now that angers me more. Why did you do it? You know, now I'm even more frustrated. So my answer is kind of weird because the individual that cheated, they need to really think about, first of all, what was the cheat?
Yeah.
Did you kiss the person? Did you guys have sex? Did you go out with someone and you've been emotionally getting attached? Did you consider that a cheat? You know, different things like that.
I was going to ask that. Well, do you consider an emotional attachment? Maybe it wasn't physical, but something emotional. Do you consider that cheating?
Right. And so, and I mean, that's based on the relationship. But I think that I would want my partner to, I think there's stages before you get to cheating. Yeah. I think you know when you're kind of ready to get out there.
Another thing about communication.
Right. I think you know, and I think that you need to like kind of pull your partner's coattails or say, hey, I'm feeling like this, you know, I'm not feeling, whatever it is that's having you kind of wonder or wanting the company or the compliments or the physical interaction with someone else. It's your job to let your partner know. Yeah. So I think there's so many things that happen before the cheat. You just don't fall on dick. You just don't fall into bed with somebody.
You just don't stick your peen in the Tootsie Cat.
Yeah, it doesn't just happen. I think there's like stages to it. Yeah. You know, I think that unless you're just a cheater.
But I think if you're just a cheater, there are stages, like you said. Do we want to pay attention to the stages? Could be another topic too. Because you know,
everybody's stages are different though. Because for me personally, I'll leave a person mentally before I leave you physically. And I think that a lot of women are like that. Yeah. The man like, oh, she's not giving me no grief no more. She's not tripping about me because she's gone. Because she left up here a long time ago, and now she's getting prepared to make her physical exit. You know, so when you gotta know who you're with, and you have to kind of know when they've checked out. Yeah. You know, I think there's signs when a man just doesn't care anymore. He just blatantly don't care, and only the person that's with him would know when he's checked out. You know, when he's not there. So I think there's so many things that happen before the actual cheat. I only want to know for saving. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel like you should be telling me before, but I want to know because you're leaving. If the cheat happens, tell me because we're done anyway. You're leaving. Yeah. Because if that makes sense, there's so many things that got you to getting ready to cheat, and then it wasn't communicated. So if you're telling me you're cheating, you're telling me that, and it's followed up with, we're getting divorced. Yeah. You should be saying that like, you know, I'm having this conversation with you because I cheated, and, you know, and I want a divorce. Yeah. That it shouldn't be anything else, because I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that's happening before you cheat. Yeah. In all those ways, you know, whether you start having conversations on the phone, having lunch dates, there's, you know, you guys are putting yourself in positions where you can be intimate, whether you're kissing or, you know, the touch of a hand. If it's something happening at work, you knew that this was happening. You saw it coming, and you did nothing. You didn't talk to me about the feelings. You didn't say, look, I'm having some issues here. I'm attracted to this other person. I'm hoping to have those conversations. Yeah. Because I'll try to fix it. I'll try to figure out, let's get to the root of this. Is something I'm doing? It's fixable.
And why do you have those conversations? Why is it so hard to have those conversations pre the cheating? That form of communication, I know it's a slap in the face sometimes, but imagine having that conversation. It can go one of two ways. You guys are going to split and be like, you know what? I feel you. Maybe we don't belong together. Or you guys are going to work for the greater good on the relationship and see what holes need to be filled, see where the relationship needs to be worked from each person's standpoint. Because to me, I'd rather be hurt that you're telling me that you want to cheat than you go and cheat.
But I think sometimes that is the out for someone. Yeah. I can't, if there's some men on the live, I can't see who's on there today. You know what's off and on with me. I think when a man does do it, I'm not saying all of them, but I think at that point, he's just doing what he wants to do at this point. He don't care no more. Yeah. So there is no conversation. I think sometimes, and they say a lot of men aren't great communicators, or they don't want to do the long hashed out talks. So I think you got to kind of know who you're dealing with. Yeah. If you know that it bothers, and I'm making this up, if you know that the man you're with needs a certain type of time, whether it's, you know, sports, or he's a man cave type dude, or he likes to do stuff with his boys, you know your guy, you know who you're with. And if you don't, that's already a problem. Yeah. But knowing him, having an understanding of his needs, you know, those are things that you can kind of watch or just assess the situation. And when a man is not getting his needs met, I believe a woman knows. Yeah. And sometimes you just don't care, or you can just kind of bury it under, I'm busy, I don't have time for that, I'm barely getting my stuff together, I got the kids, I have life happening, I have work, I can't be, you know, tending to you or worried about what you got going on. But if my system, my union is, that is a part of my what I got going on. Yeah. My marriage is priority. My husband is the priority. And I need to check in with him and see what's going on with him all the time. Yeah. That needs to be daily. I need to know where he's at mentally, emotionally, how he's feeling physically, what's going on, you know, where are you at? I think that what we do in our relationship, I like to switch hats. I'm the wife, I'm the homegirl, I'm the friend, I'm the supporter. I wear all these hats. So there are times when I'm talking, I'm not the wife, if it makes sense. It's not about me. I just want to know where you at with it, what's going on, all those things. And that way, even though it can hurt, like you said, it's not, you're not the wife. If he's like, you know, I don't feel like I have enough time to give my wife what she needs, and, you know, between like, I'm feeling like I'm not fulfilled, you know, in my purpose, or I'm not getting things done, you don't need to take that personal. Yeah. You just need to kind of be a sounding board, or just listening to what he's saying. Yeah. And then you can, you know, at some point go back and let it all sit and think about what type of adjustments can you make, or ask as the friend, and this may seem silly to some, what could your wife do to assist you, you know what I'm saying, with feeling better in that area? Yeah. You know, what's the stuff, if you could tell her, what would you tell her? But that takes really mature people. Yeah. Because some people, they can't see, it's like, I'm talking to you. Yeah. And that's why I'm real big on being really good friends in the beginning of the relationship, because that friendship is the foundation of your marriage. You are my friend.
But say your partner is your best friend.
But sometimes it's not that. I think that a lot of people get married and they're not friends. They're in love, and he spoils her, and she's in love with all the things he does, and they just have this. They're really a great looking couple, and they're what they say, they're a power couple and all that, but they may not have ever been friends, because you don't just break up with your friends. You hash it out, you guys fall out, and you say how they made you feel, and you know, you fight for that friendship. But relationships sometimes are easily discarded when it's like, as my husband, you need to be doing this, and this, and you haven't done it. And I feel like that's a problem. That's a deal breaker for me. But what about your friend? He might be failing horribly in the husband department, but what about as the friend? Yeah. If you switch hats, something obviously is going on with my friend, because he's failing horribly as a husband. What's up with you? What's going on? What's the problem? Why are you? Because this is not who you are. What's going on? And so I don't want nobody telling me they're cheating unless they're leaving. But I would think we would have a conversation before it gets to that. Yeah. And I see comments. I can't see all of them, but yeah.
I'll read them real quick. See which ones. Let's see. Meredith said, I feel like you should be an adult and say when you don't want a person anymore and let that person go. Journey of a Legend said, you'd hope she wouldn't take it personal, but that happens more than it doesn't. I believe that's true too, being honest. Well, you know, they'll be upset, but, you know, I just feel like at the end of the day, I might be upset initially, but I would still respect it more if you came to me before you decided to cheat. You know, it's going to be a hard conversation, but fuck it. Let's have that hard conversation, because then the cheating conversation is going to be an even harder conversation. Yeah. You know, I'll swallow half a pill. I don't want to swallow the whole horse pill. I don't want the multivitamin pills, the grainy ones. You going to taste going down your throat. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that is, I agree with you. That's even a more painful conversation, because the transgression has happened. It's like, dang, you couldn't talk to me before it happened?
It's like, dang, I thought we was good. I thought we was cool. I thought we can, you know, we could talk about anything.
And the disappointment is different. I will say this. One thing with someone taking it personal and being disappointed versus it's happened.
Yeah.
That disappointment is like, whoa, like if you tell me we're in a bad spot and this could happen, you know, I'm kind of at the wayside, versus I did it.
Yeah.
I'm out there. I did it. It's like, damn, I didn't have no say so in this. I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's a no go. That's no good. There was in Arkansas, Barbie, this is gonna probably take you way back, and I looked. There was you didn't have a question. You put it in voice notes in the DM, and I put it somewhere and tried to format as a question. If you remember what that is, please put it here, because we can include it in this next one. I'm just gonna go ahead. If we finish with this topic, and somebody else has something else on it, I'll go ahead and
that was a good topic, though. Good way to look at things, you know, because I think about communication fucking up.
That word is so much easier than the action itself. Communicating is not an easy task for people, and I think that's something you should look for initially in a relationship before you even. That should be high on the list. Like, are we good communicators?
Yeah.
You know, because there are going to be rough patches where you don't want to, but are we good at communicating? And all communication is not verbal.
Exactly.
You know, am I good at communicating with my energy and my body language, and I can pick up on, you know, what he's got going on or she's got going on, that, you know, something's off. Something's off here. Yeah. So communication. I mean, I think that
we talk about communication every week. Clearly, it's big for us.
But it's so big in all relationships.
Yeah,
not just
relationship, families. Every relationship you could think of should always have some form of clear communication. I don't care how bad it's going to hurt to communicate. Communicate that shit.
Even with business,
you got something to say, bitch. Communicate that shit.
Even with business, it's like, I've told you what I wanted, and you told me that this is what you're going to do, but then you didn't communicate that there was an issue somewhere, so you weren't going to be able to actually deliver.
And then you waste my time and my money.
Do what I paid you, you know, to do. So, yeah, that communication can mess up all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Side note, also this is why this ain't no bitter bitch wine, because you keep seeing me sip frequently.
What's wrong?
My shit's almost gone because it's sweet. It's sweet, so I'm sipping quickly.
Oh wow. You just like your drinks, because you can sip anything slow. You don't have to sip it fast because it's sweet. Did you just
someone taught me how to sip wine a little slower, and it started working, but this wine is sweet, so I don't know, I'm just like, let me take another sip.
Wait a minute. Did you just finish? Did you open that bottle fresh, or that was a bottle that was already open?
I will say fresh. I literally opened it 10 minutes before sipping live. No. I opened it 10 minutes before sipping live and just poured a little bit.
Okay.
So it was a fresh bottle.
Well, I'm saying you just poured your thing. You finished almost.
Yeah, because I was pouring and trying to show you how to twist.
How much you got left in your glass? Dang, that was fast. This is me.
I just got the bottle, like, I woke up from a nap, me and Harlow, at like 5 something, went down to the grocery store like 5:45, grabbed a bottle, grabbed some creamer for our coffee club at work, Bougie Barista Coffee Club, you know, and got some water and stuff. And so, yeah, but it's almost gone because I'm just like, it's one of those things that's sweet, so I'm just sipping. Oh, you have, side note too, do you want to say your question first? Arkansas Barbie put the questions in that.
Yeah, she can read. Let me see. I can't see. Well, go ahead and read hers because she submitted hers a long time ago. And so just read it and we can go ahead and jump into that one. And then I have one more that was submitted via email.
So she said the comment came from a football player named Channing Crowder. He said he never says thank you when he enters a room. He says he knows his worth. So he says, you're welcome. I guess the question is, do we have to be humble? And is it okay to be overly confident in your abilities? So I'm guessing you're saying, so he says, you're welcome instead of thank you. I don't know that that's gratitude, but I don't know what you think.
Sometimes for me, it's just extra. You don't need to do all that.
Yeah.
I feel like being humble and having an understanding of who you are as, you know, I'm that dude, I'm that guy, you know, I'm the one. It reeks, or I feel like it spills over in who you are in your presence. Yeah. If we were somewhere else for Sipping Live and we had somebody come on and they came in and said, you're welcome, I'd be feeling something like, what are you talking about? You know,
like, bitch, for what?
You know, I mean, I just think it's a little over the top, you know, and I think sometimes when people do that, it can be perceived as being overly confident or arrogant. And then that whole conversation turns into, you know what I'm saying, I'm not being extra, I'm a strong, you know, individual, and I'm confident.
But then that just tells me you're really not.
Yeah, I just think I think we had this a couple of topics back. When the person walks into the room half clothed, if they just have nipple covers, the whole thing, the dress is see-through, and they say, I wish everybody would stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Like that. You know, mind your business. I don't need everybody looking at me all the time. I'm just coming in here to chill just like everybody else. It's like, come on.
But your
it's just
intention was not to chill.
Right.
Your intention was to come in, get the looks, and then chill. You wanted attention because we are all adults and know what we do brings attention. What we wear brings attention. You could be in a color blocking outfit. That's going to bring attention. Maybe it's style, but it's still going to bring attention. Like you said, you come in there with pasties, it's going to bring attention. Because if you don't want the attention, then don't have your ass out and your breasts out and your whole body out in some see-through.
I saw Arkansas. I saw Journey of a Legend said, I know who he is. I wouldn't take him seriously. And Arkansas Barbie said she kind of understands what he's saying, but she feels like it's too much. For me, again, I try not to give people the I feel like when people do things like that, they are seeking the attention. Yeah. Milan put it last week, confidence versus validation. You want us to validate and notice you, and you know, you're here. Did you hear what he said? You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Whether they're saying it's bad or good, you're being talked about. Yeah. I don't need to make that kind of splash with people. I don't need to come in and say something that may be perceived as rude. You know what I mean? When I come in, I am grateful for an opportunity. If it furthers, you know, marketing wise, people knowing about me, my platform, what it is I do, it's nothing wrong with saying thank you for the opportunity, because they didn't have to allow you on their platform. They didn't have to carve out the time. They could have picked somebody else.
And it has nothing to do with worth.
Yeah. So I mean, one thing is nothing wrong with being confident, you know, and if someone, now the difference in that is if someone were to, you know how somebody's like, keep saying to you, you know, you should be glad I brought you on here. You know, this is a great opportunity for you. I could have given this to someone else. You know, this is very beneficial to you. That's when I would get in my "you're welcome" bag, where it's like, this is beneficial for us both because I have my loyal followers and I do have something to say. At that point, that's when I will be bold in my purpose and who I am. And it's like, no, you're welcome. And not saying you're welcome, but no, this works both ways. You have it. You pick me because I do have value. You don't have me here by fluke. So you telling me you could have picked somebody else, then if you could have, you would have. You picked the person that you felt held the most value and was going to work and give, you know, give you a boost in your ratings or whatever. So I only go into that type of energy, or I'm bold like that, when somebody does something, like I said, you know, where it's kind of like they're kind of holding over my head or making sure they remind me that, you know, it's an opportunity or it's great to be, you know, in their presence and all that. It's like, wait, hold up. Yeah. I'm the one. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when I'm like that, but I'm not coming off that way. Yeah. I feel like the energy of me in itself, my presence says that. I tell my kids, and I say it all the time, great people don't talk about themselves, other people do. Exactly. You know, so that's how I feel about it. I agree. Any other questions in regards to that one, or nope? That's all. So the topic that was submitted by Meredith Grad, she wrote, "Know thyself is an ancient concept going back much further than Socrates and is at the root of much philosophy. And with that in mind, what are the most important things to learn about oneself, or is all self-knowledge equal?" So it's kind of like a two-part question. So the first part was, what are the most important things to learn about oneself, or is all self-knowledge equal? So I can let you tackle that first if you want to. The first question was, what are the most important things to learn about oneself? Is the first part of it. I think what to know about oneself is really to discover who you are, discover what you want in life, discover the type of people you want around you. You know, yeah, I think just finding yourself. I think when you go on a journey of self-discovery, much is revealed. And when much is revealed is when you are going to know what you will tolerate, what you want, who you want in your life, or what you want for your life. You know, I think it's just a process. It's like a healing process. It's stages, you know, it's like shedding the onion to its core. So I can't give a full answer on that first question, because I think by discovering yourself initially, you will know who you are and what you want for yourself, you know, if that makes sense. And then what was the second question? Is all self-knowledge equal? I think that self-knowledge is equal. It's up to the individual to understand their own self-knowledge. I think it's equal because when you choose to take that path to learn for yourself, we all have that opportunity, but are we all willing to do that? You know, I think the opportunity is there for the taking for anybody. It's what we do with it. You, Vera, may say, you know, nah, I don't need this. And me, on the other hand, will be like, shit, I'm all in, you know? Yeah. So that's kind of like a deep question, you know?
But that's my take on it.
Well, I knew it was deep when she said
Socrates or something.
Socrates.
Like, I was like, damn, we back in college. Girl.
There's so many ways to answer that question, and there's no right or wrong answer,
right?
Like you said. So I don't want to like go behind you, because I agree with what you said, and I feel like just overall for me, I think that one of the most important things to learn about oneself is what your wants, what your deal breakers are, and what your wants are. I think people are kind of just walking around aimlessly and allowing other people to define success and happiness, and you know, they'll ask so many other people, what do you think, or you know, what do you like, or what's the temperature of the world, or what are the masses, you know, signing off on. I just feel like being true to yourself is really important, and really taking the time to know what it is you know you like, what you'll be accepting of. I just feel like people don't take enough time to do that. They just kind of grab what a majority of people are doing. If this is the hottest you know, thing, if this is what's trending, if this is what's considered, you know, the definition of beautiful, if this is like, you know, do you feel like that's what you want to wear, or you know, is this what you embody? Or it's just, I feel like if people would give themselves the time to get to really see what they do like, they don't like, then you can jump into the other part of the question where you said it is equal. But I don't think it's equal if you don't know that part. It's not equal, because you got a bunch of this other stuff going on, and you're taking on everybody else's, you know, definition, understandings, all this. Is like information overload, and it's everybody else's stuff except yours, you know. What about in the comments? What do you guys think?
Let me see. Sorry. Journey of a Legend said it's a series of growth. As long as you're trying to improve things about yourself, you'll continue to learn new things about yourself.
Nice.
And I agree. Dr. Bernard Beckwith said you're always on a journey of unfolding. You know, you're always on a journey of unfolding. You're always learning new things about you. Like, it just doesn't stop. You just continue to grow, continue to learn about yourself, continue to find out what you like, what you don't like, what you accept, what you won't accept. You know, you'll continue to shed people from your life and welcome new people into your life, you know. So there's so many levels to that, but I think ultimately it is all about self-discovery and taking time for self and understanding who you are and want to be, you know?
Oh, yeah. So hopefully Arkansas Barbie and Meredith, we gave some more insight or different perspective, or just our, you know, our thoughts on those questions. And thank you for being an active part of Sipping Live. I love when questions come in via email or in the DM, and we can, in time for us to include them in the conversation, because that's what we're here for.
We have one more question that popped up in the queue. Journey of a Legend said, what are some ways a person can learn what they desire?
Do you want to tackle that question?
I think that goes again to self-discovery, working on yourself. That's when you'll know what you desire, what you want, what you don't want in life. I think it all is like just a deepness for self and working on self. Like, you realize from a personal standpoint, when I'm really on my journey, I'm always on the journey of discovery, but when I'm heavily in it, I have more clarity of what I want for myself, what I desire for myself. I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace with shedding people. I'm at peace with my decisions. You know what I'm saying? So I think, again, it all just boils down to your journey of discovering yourself, because once you are conscious of who you are, everything unfolds. It's just like a click. You'll know what you desire and what you don't, you know what you're going to put up with. You're going to know, like, I don't want to be around these people. They don't serve me. You know, let me just say this before I let you go, Vera. He said, I'm asking because people may find that hard to do because their desires are based on what their environment taught or showed them. But it's also a choice. Do you choose to go on a journey of self-discovery, or do you choose to make it about the environment that you grew up in? It's not an easy thing for self-discovery. It's not an easy thing to shed people. It's not an easy thing to unteach yourself what you from everything you've known from childhood. It's not easy, but when you put in the work, the reward to me is greater. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. And we all have the choice to make the necessary changes in our life. It will never be easy, but we all have that choice to make the changes no matter our circumstance. People look at me and will never know my circumstances growing up. I don't share it and I don't project it on myself. All I knew is this was my situation growing up, and I took the necessary steps to grow and make sure that I never use my circumstances growing up as an excuse as to why I could never achieve anything I wanted in life. I never let that stop me. So whatever you're not changing, you are choosing. And we can all choose to live a full, happy life full of abundance if we wanted to, and if we want to put the work in. And I hope I didn't get too deep on y'all.
No.
This is like a huge topic for me. So.
No, I was very receptive to that. The first thing that jumped out to me when you said the question, the journey of a legend said, was honesty. I just feel like people bury honesty. You know, when something's not for you, or it's not a good feel for you. Even in an environment, you hear people say years later, like, this is what my family did, and I never really liked it, but I did it because it was the tradition, or this is what was more widely accepted. So, I didn't want to rock the boat and be the oddball out or the outlier. So I understand when you're younger, sometimes you don't have that option of, what you're choosing. If you're not going to be able to change it. You have to kind of choose it because you're so young. But make, a mental note to self. When the opportunity presents itself, don't bury it so far down where it's like, I don't like this, I'm going to accept it. And it just transitions over to when you have the opportunity or the power to implement change or go on the journey of, what do I like? I know it's not that. This is what I like, or these are the values I want to have in my family, or these are the type of traditions I want to start. I never like those. This is what I want to do. I just think the big part about it is honesty. If you can recognize it, be honest about it. Don't just bury it. Don't recognize it and then just succumb to it. Like, I just didn't have a choice. It was, it was my environment. It was the people around me. I mean, what was I going to do? As a child, I get it, but once you have the opportunity to start to figure out what it is you like and do some other things, I definitely would say do it. Because at that point, you do have the opportunity to not choose. You can change. You can make some subtle changes. You can voice, I don't really like this. This is something I never really wanted to do. I did it because this is something you guys enjoy doing. And now I'm letting you know this is not something I like doing. I'm not comfortable doing. And I'm on a journey to find out what I do like. And I feel like anybody that's not in support of that, it's a problem. Because why would I want to hold you in bondage to what makes me happy? That's crazy. I'm over here trying to make you do what makes me happy. That means your happiness is not a part of the equation. And that's a problem. So those are big things you get to find out when you do kind of break away from things, if it was stuff that happened as a child, or, you know, the peer pressure or the majority rules, and you kind of voice at some point or show with your actions, I'm not doing that. And you get all the blowback or the pull, or people aren't as receptive. Because if you have been a part of these traditions or just kind of going with the flow of things because you didn't have the opportunity or hadn't made the choice to, let me find out what I do like, because I know this is not what I want to do, or this is not what I like. And you don't have the support of that, that's a huge problem. That, you know, and that's something that speaks volumes about the individual in your life. Because I'm not going to not be in support of somebody discovering what makes them happy. Yeah. Because I shouldn't be making you do what makes me happy, unless it's some crazy stuff in there. And I know I would think anybody in the live is not like, you know, what if what makes them happy is this? And it's like, you know, come on, let's not get crazy with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And I specifically lean towards traditions, because you have people fall out about not sticking to family traditions or family titles. You know, it's like I think we've had this topic before, being in bondage to family traditions, family titles, and they just can't take it. It's like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what we've always done. Yeah. And it's like, why is it so bad that I don't want to do that? It's not hurting anybody, and it doesn't make me feel good, or I want to go start my own stuff, or I want to do my own thing. I want to do something that I feel like I played a part in creating, whatever it is. When you're just like, no, this is how it is, this is how it's going to be, and that's it, that's a problem. Yeah. So,
I agree. I don't know why this topic done got me emotional, almost in tears and shit. Damn. Damn, like,
that's some good wine you got over there.
So if I was just so passionate about what I was saying, but I was over here like low-key tearing up, like, what the fuck?
Well, no, it might have been like that, I think, on a previous live, you know, and not having you disclose your background, but you said it in different lives, just, you know, just what your background is and how you made sure, like, that's not going to be me. That is not my story. So it can be emotional, because you're fighting against, people call it generational curses, you know what I mean? Yeah. The environment, all of it. It's like, why wouldn't you be that? Who showed you something different? You know, it's like, and a lot of people that come out of that, it was nothing but sheer will. Nobody showed them different. They just was like, I don't want that. And they were fighting, trying to figure out how they are not going to do that. So they fail and tried again and fail and tried again. And they kept trying to figure it out. In their fight to not be what, you know what I'm saying, what they saw, or not to be a part of the environment. So I totally get it. I mean, it can be very emotional, because it's something that's, you know, it's a part of your journey.
Yeah. Meredith said, this is church right now.
Oh, no, I mean, man, conformity, we've talked about this on other lives, is huge. And it's not the old school where, you know, you got a couple of people saying, do it. It is heavily marketed to be uniform. If you are not with the masses, if you are not on board with what's trending and all that, you are the outlier. You stand out, and you have to be bold and confident and strong to be different. You know, everybody is cookie cutter, like the Stepford Wives right now. Everybody is looking the same and wearing the same thing, and, you know, listening to the same music. And when you go against that, it's automatically like, what's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. And it's nothing wrong with individuality. What they don't heavily push is, they're not a million icons. They're not millions of billionaires. They're not millions and billions, you know, people that do amazing things, you know, inventors, and, you know, that create in a capacity that's beyond what we could even think. It's like one or a few. So it's not a majority, but that's not what's heavily pushed. They push a herd mentality. Everybody look the same, wear the same thing. Every woman should have a big butt right now. Every woman's supposed to have a small waist and a big butt. If they don't, they wearing a waist snatcher, they wearing all that. And I'm just like, at what point did you not just have your own body? If you're healthy and that's your body, but it's conformity, you have to look this way. That is the world's depiction here, I would say, in the United States, in California, or many other places. You know, small waist, big behind, that's, and a big rack is, you know, beauty.
Yep.
Everybody's going, they getting cut on to do it. I saw a lady that was bent over. She had a whole bodysuit on and it was filled with fluid, and she had like a little sack attached to her where it was draining. And I'm like, no, I didn't go through that with a C-section. I had 2 C-sections and that was a lot. Yeah. I'm not willingly doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Section 2. Thankfully I had an amazing doctor, and I felt a little tugging, really, and I didn't really have any pain post C-section or even during the C-section, but I can only imagine, like, no, I'm not. I know someone that just recently, the beginning of the year, had a BBL, and they didn't do something right, so her fluids were building up and she really swelled up, so she had to go get the fluids released and do all this stuff. And it's just like, we as a society, I can understand if you do stuff because you want to do it, but most of the time people are doing these things to conform to what society deems the standard. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And we all fall for some form of a standard time to time, and then sometimes you just click out of it and be like, bitch, I don't care, shit, this is me, you know? Because, you know, sometimes I be missing my long hair. I'm not gonna lie, y'all know me for my long hair back in LA. Sometimes I miss it, but then I'm like, bitch, I like my short hair, you know? You know, but yeah, it's the conformity thing is unfortunate, because it definitely, no one has their own mind. No one has confidence in their self. It's all validation, you know?
You got to be bold.
It's all,
you have to be strong to say, I am different, or I don't agree, or, you know, I mean, you know, I try not to bring the celebrities and stuff in, because I don't rock with everything he's doing, because he goes far left.
Yeah.
But Kanye is like, I am unapologetically, that is the perfect example of Kanye is Kanye. He is definitely him, unapologetically. He's going to say what he wants to say, do what he wants to do.
Yeah, I agree. Like, some
of
the stuff he says, I don't agree with him, but some of the shit he says, I'd be like, dude, you're spot on. But again, he, like you said, he is unapologetic. And he's unapologetic when I want to fit in, and he's unapologetic when I don't fuck with you.
Yeah. And so if I had to, you know, give an example of someone that actually exemplifies when I say be you, and don't conform, and he's it.
He's like, I lost millions and millions and billions. You know, it's like.
And then you'll see him another time and he'll be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but that's how I felt. But that's
exactly.
He has a very childlike personality, energy. Kids do that. They just say stuff like, I'm just saying it, you know, it's unfiltered, and they just say it. And Kanye does that, and it's a different type of consequence or repercussion, unfortunately, when you're an adult versus a child. Yeah. A child can say a lot of stuff, and it's kind of just, you know, fanned off or overlooked because it's like, oh, they're kids, they do that. But if you take that into adulthood, while it's a great trait to have, you got to be real careful with it. Yeah. You know, because, you know, you get a lot of blowback with certain things. And some stuff he does deserve some blowback for, because I'm like, Kanye, why? Yeah. Why did you have that discussion with the world? You should have had
down Kanye. And then I want to be like, stand up, Kanye.
Sometimes.
Like, sit your ass down.
It's like, have this conversation with your core. You got inner core, like, you know, and then you got world conversation.
Bitch, he need a real friend check. Where his friend check at? He need a friend check, but he ain't got.
No.
Carlos see me getting hyped. She down here getting hyped. He need a real bad friend.
But you know what? I think that the friends that he has, because he's so bold and like aggressive, some of them are just like, I don't even want to do the fight with you.
Yeah.
I think there may be a few that were doing the tango with him and they might have gotten separated in his elevation.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important. That's a whole nother topic. For people that are in that world, you know, in entertainment, you need to have somebody with you that you intentionally make sure you're never separated. They don't care about the money, nothing. They are there strictly to help you maintain your integrity and do a fool check. Like, fool, shut the fuck up. It's too much. Shut up. We're not doing that. You need somebody that'll get raw with you, and the love was there before all of that.
Yeah.
I think during elevation sometimes, whether it, you know, for celebrities and notoriety, as they, you know, go up and up, I think those people are separated from them, you know, and things just happen. You know, it's like they started living their life, and then you got to keep somebody with you that's grounded, that'll help keep you grounded, because it's a lot going on, you know.
Yeah.
But, I think that was a good question. We always segue into a bunch of different things, and those were great questions.
Yeah, really great questions.
And I mean, hopefully, Journey of a Legend, Arkansas Barbie, and Meredith Grad, we, you know, did some sort of justice or gave some different insight, perspective.
Yeah.
Just thoughts, you know, thoughts on it that, you know, you can take with you. And if there are any comments or questions in the queue.
Journey of Legend had, in response to when we were talking about the self-discovery, he had mentioned of the Chinese proverb, say the nail that sticks, it says the nail that sticks out gets hammered. I think that's in the response to conformity. I don't agree with it, but that's what the world preaching, some form of fashion, still in conformity. Meredith said it goes back to know thyself. Yes. Arkansas said we all have insecurities at some point, but we shouldn't be almost killing ourselves to fit it. So yeah. Come here, please. Sorry, guys. Come here, please.
So I'm going to
your topic. Dang, I'm like, we didn't even get to your topic yet.
No, it's cool. I love it. I love it. It's good. It's what we're here for. So I always enjoy when it's like just a random topic that's thrown in there. You know, wow, this is interesting. I pulled this topic because it kind of goes right into what we're talking about.
I love it.
The topic is the difference between religion and relationship. And normally I stay away from
religion
with lots of people, religion, politics, different communities, if you know what I mean, because it can get really heated.
You can't win.
Yeah, you know, and people take it very personal, and it's like we're just talking. But I intentionally put this in my bowl to just kind of highlight, because I think that people put the two together, and there's a huge difference between religion and relationship. And for me, for many years, you know, when I speak of God and faith, and they're key terms, you know, that I you know, anybody that knows me, they'll automatically say, "Are you Christian?" And I make it a point to say, "Nope, I'm a child of God." And I do that on purpose because I feel like our brains are like computers. We are constantly referencing, you know, I need to put this somewhere.
Yeah.
So when you say Christian, they identify that with whatever experience they've had with Christian, the Christian church or whatever. And I don't believe Christian describes relationship, you know, what I have. I believe Christianity, Catholic, Buddhist, there are so many. These are names of religions. These are titles. I have relationship, and my relationship is not confined to me going to church on Sunday. No dig on that. That can be a part of it.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. And I just feel like so many people don't get to experience the full love of having true relationship, whether it's with Buddha, you know, whether, you know, it's with God, you know, with Allah, whatever it is. These are still relationships. It's not just put in the box of religion. That's how I look at it. And for me, relationship is me being able to talk to God whenever. me in the car, you know, me being able to fellowship whenever. This to me every Sunday is a form of fellowship. This is a form of church for me, because we're sharing information. We're here in great energy, and I try to come out in love, you know, because love is like the greatest. When you're looking at, I just want to exemplify love. That's a huge thing. So that is what relationship is to me, and I just never wanted to get confused with the religious term of Christianity. Like, she's Christian. It's like, I'm so far from it, because a Christian is not going to maybe be listening to a Moneybagg Yo song. You know what I'm saying? They may not even know the lyrics. You know, I listen to all kind of music. I'm on here, I'm gonna curse, it's so many different levels or facets of me. And I think that's the beauty of relationship, because conformity, what we were already talking about, that's why I was like, this is so big that, you know, crazy I pulled this one. I've seen, when I've gone to church before, when I was younger, I was going to church, and conformity was so heavily pushed. It's just like, when you came in there, you felt the pressure of what was accepted and what wasn't. And yeah, I get it. Some stuff is like, come on, that's just distasteful. You wouldn't show up anywhere with something see-through on. I get that. But if a prostitute decided to, which I witnessed before, come off the street that day and wanted to hear the word, it was the duty of the people in there, whether they put something on her and said, come on in, because we don't want, you know, anyone to see you. We want you to be comfortable, and we want you to be, you know, receptive. But when you shun somebody or turn your nose because they're dirty, because they, you know, they're where they're coming from or their struggle, that is immediately associated sometimes with a religious term. And it's like, that's not relationship. That's not true relationship. So that to me, like, I make it a point. It's like, I am the most different type of radical. I've had people tell me, you like an evangelist, or you like John the Baptist in the wilderness. They try to, people that I've met that, you know, are heavily in church will say, you got this type of spirit and that. It's like, I'm just me. I'm me. And, you know, I read a scripture before, it says, in my Father's house, there are many rooms. If everybody was exactly the same, then our fingerprints would all be the same. I believe that we are all, you know, coming from different walks of life, so we can reach different people and share our journey experience and the relationships we have, so that we can grow and experience the fullness and love of, for me, I say God. I don't like when it's like that. So religion and tradition, and then relationship. It's all like, tradition and religion can keep you out of so much stuff and experience the fullness of just the love of whatever you choose to, you know, be a part of. Anything that I come to and they automatically start cutting away sometimes, and I'm just getting there, it's like, whoa, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Give me a minute to, you know, get my bearings. Yeah. So that is a topic I intentionally put in there. I know it can get really rough, but, you know, even, you know, with you guys that are here on the live, have you ever had, and I'll L while you're answering, have you ever had experience with religion versus someone just having a relationship where, you know, it was just like, wow, you know, my experience with, you know, being a part of something religious or something traditional, it just really was a turnoff to me. And all I wanted to have was some sort of relationship. That's what we're all seeking. I believe that's just what it is, relationship, you know?
I think what religion is, and this is my own opinion, I think religion, to me, it's a business. Mm-hmm. Period. That's my opinion. That's my thought. Mm-hmm. I connect with people more on the spiritual level than I connect with religious people, because what I do realize with religious people, they try to project their views, their traditions, their religious beliefs on you. Even down to if I tell people I don't go to church, I don't feel like I need to go to church to have a relationship with God. Mm-hmm. someone will be quick to say, well, you need to go to church because it says that you have to da. And to me, I don't feel like me going to church to commune with people does not equate to my relationship with God. I can sit here in this room just like I read self-help books and self-development books. I can read the Bible if I choose to. I don't even need to read the Bible. I can just pray. I can meditate. I can pray to God and have my relationship with him. I don't need to go to church to be around people who are overly religious and takes it so serious, which I've seen people at the height of seriousness. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you getting paid to do this? Because at that point, it's not an evangelistic thing. You know what I'm saying? Because trust, I done encountered the religious of the religious and had communication, and your ass still lied to me when you sent me a whole text message that you forwarded to somebody and lied and said you forwarded it to somebody else, and your churchy ass did not. Whew. I'm like you, I'm a spiritual person. I'd rather have a relationship with people. I don't want to conform to religion and the politics of church. That to me, if you want to commune with people and fellowship, that's what you go do. For me, I don't need to commune and fellowship. I want to just have my relationship with God. God sees what I do on earth, and I communicate with him how I choose to communicate. I'm not going to conform or fall to what people think that I should. That's just not me. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it. If I go to a church and feel itch of, you know what, maybe I'll come another Sunday. You know, this is cool. But really, when I think about it, it's not my journey. It's just not my journey. I feel good. You know, to me, being godly is treating people with respect, treating people how you want to be treated, living the best that you can, not downing and diminishing people, not stealing and disrespecting people. I don't do that shit. I'm a child of God. I don't do that shit. I live godliness. I live with God in me. I don't need to go to church or conform to religion to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And if truth be told, and I done seen this firsthand, y'all churches are like high school and middle school. Y'all just as messy. Y'all motherfuckers like a reality TV show. And that's on some real shit. Just from the church that some of my family members go to or went to, with the messy ass pedophile pastor. If we want to even get real deep, no, if we want to get real deep, and that's a real fact, he's a pedophile. No, he's a fucking pedophile, because I know someone that he has violated. Yeah. So why do I go to church to deal with those kind of people, and then the people around that will cover that shit up? When you see your congregation has diminished, and then people look around like, what happened to so-and-so? Where's this family? Where's that family? Where's that family? Bitch, the pastor been touching on their kids. And I know this gets way out the way, but it just starts making me think about how people put so much into this religion and to church. Instead, that means you guys have a relationship with the church and the religion you are. You don't have a fucking relationship with God, because you're putting more into that than to the man right there, if we want to be real. Because you don't need all that shit, all these mega churches making money. You don't need all that stuff to have your relationship with God. I used to go to and when I lived in Atlanta, what's that popular pastor? I can't even think of his name, but I went there for about a month, and I'm like, you've been preaching on saying the exact same sermon every month, and people falling out, giving you their money. No, I stopped going. I even went to that man's church, the Eddie Long, that molested the boys. So you want me to be going to those churches? You want me to believe in religion? You want me to believe in that shit? You got me messed up. Like, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just having a moment. But, you know, this is a touchy subject because I've known people who've been violated by the church, and I see how the preachers can put so much into your head to believe. You know, a lot of people don't have their own mind when they're in the church, you know? They don't have their own mindset. They're following what this man is saying. The man is not God. The man is a man. He's not even a man of God. He's a man profiting off of God, if we want to be real. And I'm sorry, I just got way off the cliff. I don't even remember what the goddamn question was at this point.
Well, no, but you actually exemplify the very reason why I want to make sure I make a distinction between religion and relationship, and how I make it a point not to want anyone to attach me to the word Christian, anything else.
Yeah.
I said I'm a child of God and I have relationship, because what happens is people have been wounded by tradition and religion. And when you're wounded, you can't help but reference that. Exactly. Our minds are computers. So if someone says, oh, you're a Christian, or oh, you're this, and they go back in their computer, and it's like, I remember the church. I remember, and it's like, whoa, that is not me. I used to get into a lot of bouts with religious people because of things when you said going to church on Sunday. I hit them back with the scripture. The Bible says, don't forsake the gathering of the brethren. That does not mean that I have to be in this building. The church is the body. You a church, I'm a church, we're a church. Wherever I'm at, where 2 or 3 are gathered, there God will be in the midst of them. So
church life.
Right. No, but it is though. It is though. Because our goal is to equip each other, with more information. It's informative to have these transparent, open conversations in hopes that people can walk away with some more information, maybe more informed, or just a different perspective on something where there wasn't one. You know what I mean? Where it's like the world is heavily pushing this narrative, like last week, the difference between a hoe and a side chick, and that a husband should be allowed to have a side chick. I don't have to agree, but I do feel like there needs to be another platform where someone else, how can I sit and listen to these things and say, that's crazy, they're saying that, with all these views, and I don't make it a point to say, hey, like you and I said, why don't we make ourselves available and have these conversations? Or now, talk about some of this stuff and give our input and our thoughts, and listen, to what other people that are there, and let's have a talk. And at least there's some other things that are being said, or some other information that's being given, so that that's not the only narrative that's being pushed. So I can't see any questions. If you can see any, but what are you guys' thoughts or experiences on religion versus relationship, and just the whole thing? Because I was cringing when you was like, yeah, but that is typically what happens with religion and with people. They are wounded by the church, or they are like, I know if I'm not this way, I can't even go.
Yeah. And religious people, you know what they do? They judge you. They're like, you can't sit with us if you are an inkling of what they don't adopt to. And that is the total opposite of what God is.
Well, God said, come as you are.
Exactly.
God said, come as you are.
But you judge the person who come in. Yeah, she may have been twerking on the motherfucking bar last night at Magic City and shit like that, and she still came to church to praise God and be thankful for another day, yet you judge her. But who are you to judge? You are just man. You are not God.
Well, here's the thing, and that's why it says catch the fish before you clean it. A lot of stuff is to be taken in prayer and not opened up your mouth and judging. Mm-hmm. If I didn't want my brother, sister, whoever twerking, I need to be taking that to the prayer closet, that an opportunity opens up that she doesn't have to do that.
Exactly.
Or God, you speak to her and touch her heart so she don't have to put herself in these compromising positions.
Are you offering her other means of making money?
Or
are you even saying, hey, we have an executive director position open that is paid?
Or before
you making millions and millions of dollars and your pastor got a jet and all this and that?
Or before the judging happens, where did the love? The first commandment is like love. God, that's the first thing, love. Did you take the time to love on the person? If and I'm not being funny, like I believe it's a calling for everybody. I don't have a problem. I see people on Skid Row dealing with the homeless people and all that. That is not my calling. It's just a lot going on. And I be trying to figure out, it's fights that break out, all kind of stuff. I know a lady that when we were doing our event, she would go down every Sunday and feed on Skid Row. And she said, I saw this man start beating this woman up. I said, ooh, that's your calling. I couldn't do it. It's just too much going on. But what I'm saying is everybody has the capacity to love on someone.
Yeah.
And I think if you open your mouth to judge before you open your mouth to love someone you don't know, if I look over and say, I know she didn't come into this church all dirty hair, uncombed, or, scantily clad, what is the situation? And am I going to position myself to listen, and maybe there's a need or something, and how will I come and love and embrace this person and know that they're not judged by just their outward appearance, but just on the merit of them trying to come and receive some sort of God? The church is supposed to exemplify where this is the church. This is where you get to know God. So that's why I stay away from it, because there's so many people that can be housed in that building that have a different agenda and don't exemplify true relationship with God. And when you're wounded, you will reference it every time when someone opens their mouth and you associate it with church, religion, all that. Yeah. And it's like, nah, that's not happening over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important to have relationship. And to ask people, when you are wanting to know, spiritual, like you said, it's different from tradition and religion. And I think you'll see it in the way a person moves and how they are with other people, if they are religious, traditional, or they have true relationship with God. Yeah. It shows all in their character. It does not reek religion. It's different. Relationship is so different from religion, because relationship, I think, seeks to exemplify love, exemplify, no judgment, exemplify I just want you to have a relationship with God. And he says, come as you are. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know nobody else, I'm going to keep praying for you, and I can help you in whatever capacity that I can. I'm not here to judge you. And there's some stuff that's dangerous. I think it's some stuff, if you say that's dangerous what you're doing, and I wouldn't want you to lose your life, I'm praying for God to open up another opportunity for you. And sometimes you can't say that. You have to have a discernment in your spirit, because that's an attack. People feel judged. So that's when you got to really have a relationship, because it ain't your job to go over and tell somebody about they shouldn't do this and they don't need to do that. You might just need to come and say, welcome. Do you have a need? What's going on? Just present yourself as, hi, I'm here. And in your prayer closet, in your relationship, you praying for some other opportunities to come, or an opportunity to open up for you to get a better understanding of why they may present themselves the way they do. They may do the things the way they do. And if there's a way that you can help,
Yeah.
And not be received as judgment.
Yeah.
Later. So that's my crazy, spicy topic, because I think that can get real spicy and it can get real touchy for some people.
Got real touchy and spicy.
Yeah, because it's like, wait a minute now. My grandmother's grandmother been going to church, and it's like, I didn't even say nothing about your grandmother. I just said, and they'll miss the whole mark.
Yeah.
But if there's any comments or something, what do you guys think, or what are your thoughts on it? Because religion and tradition and relationship can just all be merged, and it's just like you said, I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah. Arkansas said there are so many sectors of religion, it's overwhelming. I have to take a step back and go within myself. Journey of a Legend said religion divides people. It doesn't matter what religion you adopt, the principles are the same universally. Arkansas said, my issue is that people pick and choose what aspects they want to follow. People put faith in humans, not with the creator, Arkansas said. Meredith said, but there are homeless people on the streets. Preach and you getting all that money. And Arkansas said, I've debated pastors on the Bible, starting with the book of Genesis, and most don't know what it even says. So those are our questions. And this topic can go dive even further, because I got a lot of thoughts and opinions on religion in the church, but we ain't even want to dive into that. I think I have given enough energy on the last two topics, talking how passionate I feel because I have an experience with the bullshit so close to me being violated by pastors and violated by religion, that we are just going to go to the next topic.
And the next topic is on you. Are you going to your spicy bowl?
I am going to my, I don't know, the spicy. Yeah, I'm going to my Maya bowl.
Okay. Let's do it.
And I apologize, everyone, for Harlow's little spazzes in between.
How are you going to apologize for Harlow being a baby?
I know. I just want to apologize. You know, she was doing well, and then I got hype, and she got hype, and then she was like, bye-bye, and I gave her last of the milk, and it was like, bitch, I don't want this water. You know, so, all right. My topic, so I saw this quote on IG. Oh, Journey of Legend says she good. Thank you. I appreciate y'all welcoming this girl. You know, I appreciate it. She's tired. That's why I'm trying to put her to sleep. I saw this quote on IG, and it said, the sooner you figure out which chairs don't belong at your table, the more peaceful your meals become.
Wow.
I repeat, the sooner you figure out which chairs do not belong at your motherfucking table, the more peaceful your meals become. And when I saw this, it just made me think about hashtag shedding season, hashtag soft girl season, hashtag bye, hashtag all that, get the fuck about my life. But I feel like, I know we talk about this a lot, but when I see these quotes, I feel like it's just something that we have to continue to instill in our lives, because we don't want unwanted, you don't want unwanted people in your life. You don't want unwanted people in your circle who are taking up space, when you could fill that space with other people who are in alignment with you, or you could fill that, or you just don't need to fill that space. And I think once we really start figuring out who belongs around us, life can be more peaceful, life can be more abundant. And even from a personal standpoint, in my life, especially these last couple months, it just seems like a bitch is just shedding people. I'm in motherfucking shedding season. I'm in soft girl season. People are just shedding out my life. And it's like, I don't even care what the issue is, because if I have no issue and you got an issue, clearly that's on you. And I have no issue with shedding, because at the end of the day, my meals are going to be more tasteful, more peaceful, more abundant. And I think that for all of us, we need to realize, and this goes back to a lot of things we've been talking about tonight, especially Meredith's questions. Who are we? What do we want? What are we going to accept? Who are we going to accept in our circles, in our lives? If someone's not serving you, then they have to go. Let them shed. It's fine. Like, I operate where I'm fine by myself and I'm fine alone. I rather have 1 or 2 good quality people in my life than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know those 1 or 2 people have my interests at heart, you know, and won't steer me wrong. So I just saw that on Instagram, and it was one of those gentle reminders of being at peace and moving on and not needing people in your life. You want quality people in your life. You want people that are uplifting you and that you uplift. You don't like, it's a quality thing. It's not a quantity thing. So I guess if I have to put this into a question,
I did it for you already. Chairs that don't belong at your table during the journey.
Bitch, facts. Who here's the motherfuckers who don't need this big glass?
We have talked about this a lot, and I think that it's like you have to reiterate it so much, you just keep hearing it different ways, but that is a huge part of your success as an individual, you know, having the right people in your circle, you know, having the right people by your side or in your ear, the right supporters. So I think it's going to always come up just like communication comes up. I think it's really neat how they put it about, you know,
the table and the meal.
I thought that was really cool. I think that, and last week I remember one of my topics was transition. Like, how do you, when, you know, outgrowing people, how do you transition when you're outgrowing people? And I just feel like, I too agree with what you said with Meredith. When you know yourself, there are these things I think intuitively where you know it's not just one way. Sometimes you're not serving the individual. It may not be them, it could be you. It's like, I'm just kind of here. You like, know, I'm here. I feel like there's nothing here. My son sent me a thing on Instagram that it was Tyler Perry talking, and I guess he was giving a speech, but in that speech, he was like, I want to leave you with one thing. You know, there are people that come in your life for a season. He said something, he alluded to a couple of things, but one example that stood out, and I think that's why he sent it to me, he was saying that when the rocket goes up in the air, the booster it falls away because the booster can't go and it won't even be able to sustain. It's not a part of where the rocket is going in those altitudes. And he was like, some people, it's not a bad thing. They just can't go where you're going. Exactly. And I think that the more that you have an understanding, I always say first and foremost of your purpose, you'll start to, intentionally be like, I can't have these type of relationships because, you know, my biggest thing, the joke with my husband and I, he'll say, you know, I'm like, he said before in the past, I'm like a pit bull on the porch. Why are you here? You know, but I do need to know, why are you here? When I pray about different things and I am moving forward with intent and purpose, I do need to know why you're here. And it's not something I need to say to someone. I need to constantly be making an assessment of people coming in and out of my life, because you got people that are hitchhikers and hijackers and time stealers or distractions. And I know what I prayed for, and I know where I'm going, and I know the things that I need to be equipped with to get there, and things that God is sending me, you know, to better equip me and opportunities. And if I don't know your purpose or have an understanding of why you here, you got to move on. You got to go, because I'm going somewhere. And I think that it can sound so cut and dry for a lot of people, but that is not the case when you are moving it with intent and purpose. And intent and purpose is not always, for some people, it's like, what do you mean by that? You know, does that mean that I have to have this career? No, if you intentionally know that you want to be successful at the job you at and someday have a husband or wife and you want to have 6 figures in your bank account, you know you're going to spend more time maybe dedicating to your craft, or you need to be with like-minded individuals that are doing that. You know that you can't entertain men and women that aren't husband and wife material because you desire to have a husband and wife someday. You know that you can't have people that are moving around with no purpose and they just doing whatever because you are moving in purpose. So everything you do is intentional and attached to what you got going on. So when it's like that, it don't have to be a big grandiose thing. It's just like, I know what my goals are, short-term, long-term, purpose, all that. And I need to know why you here, what you got going on. And that ties right back into, I don't have any seats at my table for your type. It don't mean you jacked up, but it's no seat at the table over here. It won't be a good fit. You need to go somewhere else. People take it so personal. It's like you're wasting their time too, because they might be looking for a good time. You know, and it's like, well, I don't have any good time seats open up at my table. That's not what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very transparent because I do talk with other young men and young women. It's like, and I'm very transparent. If you know that you're looking for a good time, then you got good time seats open up at your table. You looking for a good time. But if you, male or female, are looking for long-term relationships, someone that's goal-oriented, that's looking at, you know, marriage and all that, why would you entertain the good time? You know what I mean? That's like you working a temporary job when you're looking for a career. You wouldn't accept those type of assignments because you're like, no, I need to put some resumes in some places where I have a career opportunity. I got some, you know what I'm saying, some benefits and a 401k plan, an IRA. You mapped all that out in your career, but you need to map that out in other areas of your life for those seats at your table. So I think it was really cool, you know, how it's illustrated. And I think it's going to be something that we're forever doing. You know, it's like damn musical chairs. No.
And I disclaim, when we talk about these things, it doesn't mean shun everyone out, because with the way life has been for me over the past couple years, me literally shedding people just for no reason, just because I be looking at myself like, did I do something? Never put that brick wall up to where you're like, fuck it, I'm not letting nobody in, because you could be missing out on opportunity, missing out on friendship. You know, even with stuff that's been going on with me the past few weeks, I could easily be like, you know what, I'm gonna keep people this distance away and not fuck with no motherfucking body. Yet the type of person I am, I'm still an open individual. I still have an open heart because I connect with people on a whole spiritual level. I connect with people on a mental level, on an emotional level. And I'm one of those people who never try to be like, you know what, F it, I'm not messing with nobody. Even if it's in a friendship, a relationship, any situationship, I could easily be like, it's just me. I'm going to just be me by myself and do what I need to do. When I know that the universe don't operate like that, you still want to have somebody or a few people that are of like mind around you. So I just want to disclaim that when we're talking about this stuff, it doesn't mean put a wall up, but just be conscious of the people you're around. Be conscious of what people say. Be conscious of how people treat other people. Be conscious of that stuff, because eventually they will treat you the same way that they treated these other people, you know, and just continue to stand in who you are, because your character is the character you portray is who you are to other people. No one can ever diminish that. But I just want to disclaim, don't put the wall up. There's still amazing people out there for you to commune with and build relationship with.
And Elle, sometimes, you know, I'm just on the other side of it. Sometimes it's a little hard when you're exhausted with entertaining different people. And when you feel that way, you just depleted and you just, I can't do it. You got to remember what you asked for and understand that sometimes a clearing or a cleanse needs to happen to make room for those people to come. You just want to make I say two things. when that clearing happens or that cleanse happens, and it's like, what? Like you said, what's all this shedding going on?
Yeah.
When that happens, you got to really lock in to exemplifying what you want. Really continuing to work on yourself at the core of being the type of people you want to attract, being on that frequency so they can come and fill those seats. And it may not be a whole bunch, it may be only a few, but don't lose hope in that period of solitude, or don't try to grab somebody real quick to fill a seat because they exemplify a couple of things.
Exactly.
Enjoy the process and keep working on you. And also keep that, as I said, my husband says, why are you here type mentality, like the pit bull on the porch, because you don't want to waste the time. You don't want to be distracted. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to look up and it's like, wait, well, I thought this was, it's like, no, you didn't take the time. You don't have to ask the person. That's what you need to ask in your head. Why are you here? What, you know, I know what I asked for. I know the seats at the table that are empty. I know what I'm pushing to do. I know the journey that I'm on. Do you meet these requirements? You know, why would I allow you to have a seat at my table? Because I know the value I hold. I know where I'm going. So why would I just, you know, openly just give this time to you, give this seat to you? I think we need to value the seats more. I know we've talked about this before. People make associations, friendships. They give work association because of growing up together, the title of friendship, and people haven't proven themselves. You are worthy and hold value, and of someone really, you know, you being a friend and them having to earn the title of friend. It's so casually just, that's my friend. That's not happy hour. Because you go to happy hour sometimes, you know, to work with someone, or because I used to tell my kids you're at school with someone all the time. Those feel like relationships because you see them every day and you guys are doing stuff every day, but they haven't had to prove themselves. The moment you guys aren't in school together, which they experience, it's like, well, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, they in another school, you know. It wasn't something that was solid. It was just the act. It was repetition. It was that time you guys had to spend together because of work and school and, you know, whatever reason. It's like I see them all the time. Those are associations. You know, that's my associate. That's, you know, that's someone I work with. And I don't have no problem introducing people like that. Oh, this is my coworker. You know? Oh, this is a associate of mine. We met through such and such. You got to earn the title friendship. Yeah. Those seats at your table need to hold a lot more value than some of us, you know, really give it. It's like people can come and steal our time, sit at our table, eat our food.
Share a wine with everybody, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, dang, I gave up everything. Because once you value it and have an understanding, that goes back to Meredith stuff. Great question. Knowing yourself, it's like, I hold value. Yeah. What Arkansas Barbie was saying, like, you're welcome. I hold value. So for you to have the opportunity to be at my table, to sit here, to occupy my time, my efforts, my support, my energy, are you worthy? Are you worthy of all that I'm going to give when we connect, you know, on that friendship level? Because you have value. And I think a lot of people don't really know the value they hold, the value of their time, the value of their support, the value of their energy, their efforts. So they just willingly give these seats up. They got all these people at their table.
Everybody in.
Yeah, occupying their space and time. And they can't get a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of in support, efforts, nothing. But they got a whole bunch of people in their phone or a whole bunch of people showing up to happy hour or whatever. It's like, reevaluate those things. A lot of people start doing this stuff right now, especially with the new year resolutions and all that. That should be happening all the time. I know we've done it, self and circle check. You need to always be cars, have maintenance done on them all the time. You need to be doing the maintenance of these relationships that you have with people. It's like, are we still good? Is that relationship, you know, is it serving me? Am I serving them? That fell off. You need to constantly be reevaluating these things every couple of months. And it sounds like a lot. Some may feel like it's unrealistic because it's like, that's just ridiculous. That's my family. Well, again, what's your journey? What's your purpose? You know, maybe that's not your journey, but for me, it's like that. It's like that. You know, I'm not just driving, getting in the car, driving, and it's like, where are you going? I don't know. How much gas you got in the tank? I don't know. You know, nobody would do that. So why would you do that with your time, your energy, your efforts in these relationships with people?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do it with a car. You wouldn't do it with a job. So why would you do it with what's so valuable, your time, you know?
Yep. I'll read a couple comments before we get to your topic. Mm-hmm. Attorney Legend said, just more for you to eat. I think everyone is going through this phase. That's why you keep seeing it. And Arkansas Barbie said, some people need to stay right on the side of the road. Don't pick up everyone you see walking.
I like that.
And I believe that. So people don't show you their representative, you know, and you don't know until years down the line till they start acting away. Journey of a Legend says sometimes people don't understand how important their time is, and they don't. And one thing, if people know me, don't waste my time. I am very keen. I am very about my time. If you waste my time, to me, if you say be there at 3, I'm there at 2:40, 2:45. That's on time to me. That's not even early. Don't waste my time. If you need something from me, you need to be on time. One thing, because I can't get time back. I can make money and get money back, but one thing I can't get back is my time. And with all the things that I have going on in life, even if it's 15 or 20 minutes, bitch, I could use that 15 or 20 minutes. I could sit here for about 7 minutes and edit a reel and post to Instagram so I can get paid. You know, do not waste my time. If you're going to say you're going to be there, be there. You know, time to me can be more valuable than money, because you can make so much more in money with your time than the money you're making. So don't waste my time.
Yeah, time is one of the biggest things that's undervalued and misused. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time.
People still don't understand
and misuse. But people don't understand how valuable it is.
Yeah,
some people don't get it.
But you know, people aren't me. People aren't you. People aren't us. They don't.
Well, you waste my time. It's a problem. I'd rather pay you to us never to deal with each other again. It's like, okay, they got me. I paid the money. We're done. But you waste my time. Whoa, Kimosabi. No.
We got an issue because now I'm feeling away.
I feel disrespected.
Very disrespected. And I think it too comes with the type of people that you and I are, very business minded, we don't think like the typical person. We don't move like the typical person.
I'm like,
so when you're wasting my time and you think it's okay to just show up late, you're like, girl, so in my makeup, fuck you.
Well, see, I will show you.
Don't fucking call me.
You can keep making adjustments with people. They can adjust their way right out of the seat at your table.
Exactly.
So, you know.
My meals are good, and you don't deserve that shit, bitch.
Mm-mm. That was I love the picture. That was a good topic.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah, I like it. Were there any other questions, stuff in there?
I think the last thing Journey of the Legend said was sometimes people don't. Oh no, that was all. I read that one. I read that. So this your last topic. This you'll go.
I'm going to my spicy bowl.
Yeah. Spices.
Feminine hygiene.
I done finished my wine. I need a little more to sip on.
Oh shit! The reason why.
Sorry. You just walked in and scared the shit out of me. Carlo was in the kitchen of her fight. I didn't even see him. I didn't even hear him come in. Oh shit! Clearly, I was not prepared for an invader, bitch. Okay, go ahead, Barry, because I just got thrown.
My topic is feminine hygiene.
Okay.
And that was in my spicy bowl because in discussion with I know a specific young male and a couple of other ones, I've heard repeatedly, they're single, that women, these women that they're meeting, it's like they smelled like they didn't smell good, you know? And it's like, what? It was really weird to me, but I keep hearing it repeatedly. And I'm like, yo, I'm seeing a lot of the grandmothers are just as young and in the clubs, you know, they out there, they on TikTok twerking. So maybe some of those values or tidbits aren't being passed down about feminine hygiene. But I keep hearing this, so it made my spicy bowl like, yo, what's going on out there with the feminine hygiene? Like,
so ass during the legend said funky booties.
Yeah, and
let me just say this: get your ass in that shower with some Dr. Bonner's peppermint. I don't care if it burn your Tootsie Cat or not. Get in there and clean your ass, clean your Tootsie Cat, clean your underarms, clean your ears.
Now,
if anything gets you clean, is that Dr. Bonner's.
Okay,
I don't care whatever.
But honestly, this is good. Dr. Bonner's, is that really something that a female that may not know, because she put that on her Tootsie Cat and her underarms, or is this something? I'm saying, because clearly the math ain't mathing. Somebody's not.
Maybe she needs to change what she eating, because it is true, when you are eating a core diet, it reflects in your body.
Yeah.
When you're sweating, you work out. When I was on my journey and I lost my 60 pounds prior to pregnancy, I'm not saying I stunk or anything, but what I did realize is when I was working out, I didn't stink when I was working out, because my body was so full of whole food, plant-based fruits, all that stuff. I was drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of fruit, eating a lot of veggies, where when I was working out and sweating, I felt confident, but like, okay, I left the gym. Well, let me run to the market and run these few errands since I'm still out at the gym. I didn't have any, you know, when you work out, sometimes you have a sweaty stink. I didn't have that. And so sometimes it could be what we're consuming. When you're consuming a lot of alcohol, you're consuming a lot of animal products and dairy and stuff, and you're so used to that, and when you sweat and things like that, that stuff reflects in your body. I know there's things like, if you're a female and you eat pineapples, your Tootsie Cat tastes or smells good. If you are eating poorly, I guess there is some truth to that, but I can personally say when I was eating predominantly whole food, plant-based, just working out, I didn't smell. My sweat, I would sweat like heavily too, because I would be doing spin cycling in 135-degree sauna, and I would just be sweating, and I would get out and I could go run errands for a couple hours before going home and showering. And I had no smell. You would have never known that I just came from working out. You would have thought it was an athleisure wear. You know what I'm saying? So if the products that these females are using does not help their hygiene, then they need to look at what they are consuming.
And it wasn't mentioned that it was the Tootsie Cat. I love that phrase. They were showing up to like meetings smelling. Like these were guys saying,
you're not, if you're not showering, you better put some water in your sink, put some soap in there, and scrub them underarms and put some good deodorant on.
Yeah, it's like the smell was like
deodorant will cover it. Okay.
Yeah, like the smells that were described to me was like we went out to eat and it was a smell, or you know, us standing next to each other in line for something, it was a smell. And I'm like, yo, I'm hearing this more than once from different people. What is going on with these, you know, the young women and the hygiene? You know, and I think that's good that you reference what you eat, you know, what you consume. But I feel like also doing a check. You need to always be checking your body.
You know, if you stink, bitch.
That's where I was kind of.
I'll be like, okay, let me hop in the shower real quick.
Yeah.
Something right.
I think, and that shouldn't just be when you're going to meet somebody. That should be a part of your routine.
All the time.
You know, I'm not saying.
Does your breath stink? Go brush your teeth. Does your face
saying,
go wash your face? Does your tusk cap? You know when you pull your drawers down to piss, you know if your shit stink down there, bitch. You know.
I think.
Let's not be oblivious to the you piss. And if your piss is hella yellow,
could some people
now drink water?
Yeah, could some people maybe be so accustomed to the way that they smell that they don't smell it?
You can never be accustomed to the funk that you were releasing. I'm sorry. I am not falling for that. I cannot give any grace to that. I feel like you can smell a little stint. You might brush it under the rug and be like, I can just go a couple hours without it. Then I'm going to take a shower. No, if you didn't wipe under them arms with some alcohol and put a little of that fucking deodorant, I don't know what the one I use is natural deodorant. You don't put that on or something. No, and you can't just spray funk away. You can smell funk in your Bath and Body Works spray together.
So, Elle, what are some suggestions for someone? I know you mentioned diet, and you just said something about wiping them underarms with alcohol, because I'm clearly feeling like they just kind of on the run, and maybe it is a Bath and Body Works spray, and the diet is poor and it's seeping. Because, listen, I'm being very transparent here. You could smell that Johnny through them jeans if it ain't right.
Yeah,
you can.
So
you really can. You can smell yourself. You can be sitting somewhere and smell yourself so heavily, like, yo. And for the women here, and hey, I always say it when I'm about to get just gross with it. When you are on your cycle, you can smell yourself and no one else is smelling you. You can smell it.
When I'm on my cycle, I don't smell myself yet. I am a person that I don't have a long cycle and I don't bleed heavily. But I will say, I don't smell my cycle. And it could be
any type of blood. I can smell blood and I don't like the smell of it. So I don't know if I have a super sensitive nose, but I'll be the person in the room where I can smell blood. I can smell it. So
here's
that just may be.
If you're on your cycle, get you some honey pot. Get those eucalyptus lavender pads, black owned, and put them on to mask some of your smell if you have a smelly cycle.
Mm-hmm.
If you are feeling like you smell even when you bathe, change up your diet. If your diet is not right and you smell, bathe. If you don't bathe every day, bathe every other day. And in between those days you don't bathe, you should intentionally get some alcohol or something and bird bath in your sink just to wipe the funk off of the prior day off of you.
Elle, what would you suggest? Because you said, I know you referenced honey pot, that's for pads for them, but also diet wise, I feel like, and I see it too, but I feel like a lot of people water's not a part of their diet.
Yeah, it's not. And a lot of people, the majority of people I know, it's like, oh, I can't drink water by itself. I have to put Crystal Light. Crystal Light is full of fucking sugar. That shit is not going to make you, it's not going to do what water does. You're now putting something in your water that is not going to do anything for you. Drink your water. Get your H230, which is your fruit, H320, whatever it is. It means the water from your fruit. Mm-hmm. Eat more cleaner foods. Even if you eat animal products, eat more fresh fruits and veggies. So your body's pH, if your body is at a low pH, all those fumes are going to come out of your body. Mm-hmm. Have a balanced pH. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of balance. You can't just be eating McDonald's every day and thinking, that's the thing. When you go shit, do your shit stink when you shit? Because if you shit and your shit don't stink, that means you are doing something right. When you go shit and you are like, damn, I just put a load in the toilet and you don't smell nothing, you doing something right. But when you go shit and you like, where the sage at, and I need some air in here, that means there is something that you are eating and something in your body that is roadkill. And that is true facts, because you can shit and not smell no shit. That is, and I know it's funny, but that is true facts.
No, I know it is, because when you're drinking a lot of water, you will pee clear.
Yeah.
I pee
clear. And you
clear.
don't want your pee to be so clear. You want to have a little color to it. But most people don't even see a little color. Most people see this right here and they piss.
And it's strong.
Your piss. And if you see this in your piss, you should be worried. You should be getting your liver checked, your bladder checked, your everything checked. If this is what your piss look like every day. And if you don't shit every day, multiple times a day, you should be concerned.
So do you think that the lack of bowel movements and the smelly urine could be seeping out the pores of the women? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so.
And I can't get no more real with y'all. My piss don't look like this. I drink a lot of water. I'm just saying. I done had some smelly shit, and I haven't had some non-smell shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And water, you guys, you should always look at, if a car needs oil for lubricant, water is the same to our body. It helps push stuff through and keep the spackle off our walls and stuff like that. So if you consuming a lot of sodas and sugary products, those are sticky. So stuff is just caked all up in there, you know?
Yeah, it's caked up.
You want to have, I love a good glass of prune juice. That is like soda. Yeah. I like prunes. But I think that just to tie it in, for feminine hygiene, you can start adjusting your diet and really like paying attention to, you know, how you smell. Really like, you know, showering and just spending a day with yourself.
Exactly.
Like, let me move around. Let me put just the deodorant on, do my regular routines, and then intentionally like check the hot spots.
The Tootsie Cats.
If you don't know what the hot spots are, the underarms,
the Tootsie Cats,
the giant, you know? Yeah, and for larger breast women, under your breast too. Yeah, under the breast, because you know
down there.
It's sweating under there, and in between your thighs, it's sweating down there. That's why
get in them,
you know, going
crevices.
Yeah, going back to the big booty and all that. I'm like, I was on a plane recently. Those seats. I'm like, these big booty broads must be flying first class all the time, or
in there, and your ass like this with a huge crease.
Yeah.
You need to be, you need some wipies.
Yeah.
Probably some Clorox wipes.
Yes.
So these are sufficient. Target Up and Up brand. You get a 8-pack for $12.
I don't think you can put Clorox down there, Elle.
It's the crevices of it all. You got crevices in your ass. I don't care. Wipe that shit.
No, y'all. Don't put no Clorox down there. Get the stuff that the babies use. Where
some people need some Clorox down there.
I'm not co-signing that. You want to get some hypoallergenic type stuff that's safe and for sensitive skin. Maybe some aloe vera, but you want to just be paying attention to those spots. It's not just vagina. It's all the other stuff.
These statements have not been
approved by the FDA.
Please consult your physician if you have any questions about body odor and the things that you should use to wipe yourself. Sip Alive, we just are here for educational purposes. So please consult your physician.
We are not doctors.
We are here purely for education and entertainment.
Were there any questions? You're so silly.
Hold on. There's hella comments that came in. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I remember I said, journalist said funky booties. Arkansas Barbie said that's because they're using the same washcloths on all the body parts. Yes, it's on the label.
We're not going to go past that.
Oh, when you use the same cloth on the body parts, you should use cloth on your face.
Listen. First of all, I feel like you shouldn't even be, as a woman, I don't know what men do, but I'm just going to tell you. You should not be washing your face and your feet in the shower. That is just me. Let me tell you. The feet require separate attention. You should have yourself a foot bowl. If you got to go to AutoZone and get one of the things they change the oils to the car to, keep it super simple. The 99-cent store, get you a $1 bucket. Fill that up with some hot water. Put some Epsom salt. These are all dollar things you can get. And you get your pumice and your foot scrub and you scrub on them feet. The feet have a separate bath. Same as your face. When you in the shower, you just there for the hot spots. Your face can get some water, but your face and your feet, face and feet, do not get attention in the shower. You get the underarms, the body, the under the breast, the thighs, the butt crack, the johnny, and open that johnny up. We're gonna get real with. Open it up. Let the hot water hit it first before you start doing anything to it. Open it up. Open them butt cheeks up. Let the water hit it. Just rinse it first. Just let it rinse through. It feels good too. It's very soothing. In other countries, they have the bidets when they when they use the bathroom. But when you in that shower, don't just because everybody you don't want to put soap directly in there. And I'm saying it like this, you guys, because clearly
in there,
some people may not, they do have feminine soap, but the first thing you want to do is open it up and let that water just hit it. Open it all the way up. If you're going to open it up for somebody else, open it up for that shower head. Open it up and let it rinse all through. Then open them cheeks up. Turn around and spread them cheeks and open it up too. And then you lather the body and the cheeks and the johnny, or as Elle say, the tissy cat. That's what's getting washed in the shower. Now, when you get out of the shower and you get yourself together, put your towel on, now you can take care of that face. You can go and lather up. That's why what Arkansas Barbie said, you should not, in the shower, your loofah, your towel, that's for your body. When you get out, you got a whole separate thing going on with your face. And your feet have their own bath. That is how I would hope that everyone's doing it. Your feet, you can't even clean your feet properly in a shower. And one of the things I found out later, I don't know if it's the Japanese or the Chinese, I know they do it. I never liked soaking in dirty bath water. When people would take baths and wash up in the bath, it's like that's nasty. I will take a shower and wash there, and then I love to soak in a bath. And I found out later, they're like, oh, there's benefits. That hot water rejuvenates the muscles and tightens. I didn't even know all that. I just knew I wasn't going to soak in some dirty, soapy water. Definitely. So I was doing it because it was like, yo, that's nasty. So the shower, if you shower, you should be washing the neck down to the ankle in the shower. When you get out, you hit the face. And then the feet get a separate bath. It's $1 bucket if you don't want to get the foot spa or something. You get your little $1 scrubber and you get you some Epsom salt and some soap and you just scrub on your feet.
Cheese grating looking things, get them calluses.
Yeah, but just scrub. But it's I believe it's 3 separate things. The bath is for the body, the neck to the ankle. Then the foot has a separate bath in the bucket, and then the face has its own routine. And even if that's just you washing your face with a separate type of soap, that's how that rag don't end up being in all them spots that Arkansas Barbie said. Well, why would you wash your butt and then wash your face? What would you wash your butt with? No, thank you. And open up that butt and that johnny and let that hot water get in there before you start tending to it, because it just needs that. It just needs it, you know?
Wash all the films away.
Yeah, it just needs it, because the body naturally is producing. I don't know if women, you know, I don't know what they have in this stuff in school anymore, but just like men have pre-cum and they you know, the balls are sweating, women are sweating down there, and you know, there's discharge. It's healthy. It's different things going on. So you just want to kind of know your body. Back to Meredith, know thyself. You want to know thy body and thy sense, and do thy stink.
I can't with you. Let me read these comments.
It's thy stinking.
After that, Arkansas Barbie said, that's because they are using the same washcloths on all body parts. Yes, it's on the label. Drink water, eat veggies and fruit to stay away from sugar. Journey of a Legend said the foods you eat have a smell, LOL. Arkansas Barbie said some women will admit they don't shower every day. You can smell yourself before anyone else. That's true. No, yes, they can. I have a coworker that's nose blind.
What?
Arkansas Barbie says she got a coworker that's nose blind, which means they can't smell shit, or maybe themselves. Journey of a Legend said, Journey of a Legend said, if you're around that scent all the time, you may not smell it like others. LMAO. And Arkansas Barbie said, I'm telling you, the office had to report someone for negligence because they were just funky. YG Blaze said, hey, certain people I pick up, they be foul. IDK, what they eat, but they all smell alike. Detox. I know someone that doesn't drink water at all, Arkansas Barbie said. And Journey of Legend said, I'm not going to lie, I hate water. You better drink that water so your semen don't be tasting like what you don't want it to taste like. Journey of Legend said, I don't like water. He said, I'm not going to lie, I hate water. You better drink that water without Crystal Light. Get that glass bottle from Arkansas. And Arkansas Barbie said, you are way too passionate about this. I don't know who she telling. If she was talking to any of us, maybe, I don't know. And then not everyone does a bowel movement every day, Arkansas Barbie said, and that's a problem. You should bowel movement after every meal, to be honest. And Meredith says she puts chlorophyll in her water. Yes, I do put chlorophyll in my water 3 times a day. Sprinkle my 15 drops or more.
And it doesn't stain your teeth? Because that was a problem at one point. If you were having too much of it, you get the green on your teeth. It does not
stain my teeth. It will stain my hands and my clothes, but it does not stain my teeth. I put water in here and I put my chlorophyll in here every day, 3 times a day. I drank 3 of these with chlorophyll, and then of course I drank all my other water daily. Chlorophyll, if you guys don't know, helps detoxification. It gives you energy. It helps boost your blood levels. So if you're pregnant, it helps with your hematocrit levels. In general, it helps with your iron, and it just helps give you energy. Chlorophyll is what gives plants their green color.
It helps with that stanky booty.
Yeah, if you got stanky ass, drink some chlorophyll. That's all I gotta say. And then let's see. No Clorox wipes. I look at the real BB Judy and I know she ain't wiping all the way.
Oh.
That's what Arkansas said.
Listen. Arkansas Barbie, I'm with you, because I used to be like, to maintain, there's maintenance to all of it. But when you got a big, your behind is big, I'm like, you got to reach back. And I hope that everyone, since we're talking about feminine hygiene, is wiping from the front to the back. Anybody that's going, you out your mind. But to reach back, first of all, if your butt is big, you got to be, you probably up off that toilet. because
extended arm.
No, but think about it. If your butt is big, you're not sitting on the seat. You probably got to stand up and kind of bend and open and wipe. When you do that first one, whether it's toilet paper, you should be reaching, as Elle said earlier. I got the baby wipes in the bathroom. It just feels good. I think the baby wipes are required when your behind is a certain size. If you got a badunkadunk, I'm old school. If you got cakes, you are required to have the baby wipes on deck. It's not even optional. You know, somebody else might be like, but no. If you got the badunkadunk, it's required for you to have, because you just got a lot of cake. You got to open them up and get in there, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yep. Very true.
Was that it? Was that all the comments?
Yep, that was all.
Hey!
Look at us.
Such interesting topics tonight.
This was a good night.
And look, I finished my bottle. I mean, it's in my glass, but I got it in there.
I'll say this: Journey of Legend said big booties are good to look at, but if you ain't doing your job, it gonna stink. Like, I'll take a flatter butt that smells good. I can't with y'all. Look, we had a good night. I just put our website. Oh, as you guys can see, if you have any comments and you want to put a question, and we'll read it in between. Watch sipalive@gmail.com. Clearly, this has been a good highlighted Sunday.
So you said, are you pinning it, Elle? Questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah.
Watch sipalive@gmail.com. The new year is quickly approaching. I'm already in it, but for some of us, you know, it's going to come. We will be a landing page. We'll launch that, and we already have the date, but it'll be official. Saturday, September 9th will be our Sippin' Live Tasteful
Experience. A tasteful experience.
Yes.
You will,
Sippin' Live Tasteful Experience. I was waiting for you to roll it out because
yes, you will have some amazing drinks, some amazing wine, and some finger food, some nosh, you know, just a little
but you see how
amazing conversation, and we look forward to you guys.
You see how
you know,
I said Sippin' Live Tasteful because we played with it so much, and Elle came up with it's a tasteful experience. So we'll officially drop all that stuff in January, but in the meantime and in between time, questions, comments, concerns at watchsippinglive@gmail.com. And if you get them to us, like thank you tonight for at Meredith Grad and also Arkansas Barbie, if you get it to us beforehand, we can have it to include within the Sippin' Live. And then we always kind of jump in and, you know, Journey of a Legend has some questions there. But as we grow, it may not be like that. So, you know, we encourage you to get the questions in before they're in advance so we can include it as a part of the Sippin' Live. Thank you guys for joining us. It's always a pleasure. You could have been doing something else, but you came and gave your energy, time, and we're actively a part of this Sippin' Live. Look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday with your bottles so we can pour up and have some great conversation. You have anything else to add, Elle?
I just want to say, and this is not pertaining to Sippin' Live, but some of you may know I have a company called Bloom & Co., which I create handmade products for moms and moms-to-be. And during Thanksgiving, I did a turkey giveaway. And so I was able to give 5 turkeys away to some moms in need. Starting tomorrow on our Instagram, I partner with Cool Moms, which is a community for moms. And we're going to do for the whole week, you have an opportunity to win some of my products for moms and moms-to-be. So my all over shea butter, my pregnancy tea, and my belly oil. And you don't have to be a mom to use the products. It works for everyone, but you know, we're really trying to just continue to pour into moms, continue to pour into moms-to-be. So our giveaway starts tomorrow and it goes through Friday, and we'll announce the winner on the 19th, which is the following Monday. And you can find us at Bloom & Co. Shop. And I'm going to
pin it
here, Bloom & Co. Shop. That's our Instagram. So if you can, just tell any moms and moms to be about the giveaway. I personally will be doing giveaways throughout the year, not just for the holidays, because I really just want to pour into moms and moms to be. I'm very passionate about maternal health, especially Black maternal health. So just let them know, follow us, find us on Bloom & Co. Shop, and we will be giving away some of my products for the week. And yeah, you know, just continuing to pay it forward. I'm a mom and I know what the struggle can be sometimes. And I just want to continue to do what I can within my means to just give back to moms. So we are doing a giveaway for this whole week for moms, a holiday giveaway. So you guys share that link. Let all your moms and moms to be know we got some good products for you guys. Giving it away all free.
And they smell good too.
Good size, not sample. It's all good. It's all good.
Ellen, they smell good too.
Yes. Yes. So, you know, find us on at Bloom & Co. Shop. You know, we're just paying it forward. Me and the young lady that I'm partnering with for this giveaway. I'm super excited. She's got a community for moms. She's editor for Essence Magazine, and she's very passionate about moms and sharing our stories and just community. So I'm super excited. I couldn't have asked to partner with anyone else. So I'm excited. So, you know, just find us on Bloom & Co. Shop and tell your moms and moms to be, because we really want to make a difference for us. So yeah, I'm excited.
And hopefully we're still putting our bags together. We may see some of those products at the Tasteful Experience, the Sip and Live Tasteful Experience. We're going to have some goodies for you guys. So yes.
Because we're all moms. And like I said, even if you're not mom, I mean, men have used my products, and people who don't have kids have used my products and loved it. So I'm just excited to be able to help moms, and I'm excited for you guys to try it. So they will definitely be in our bags for the Sip and Live.
Yay! So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And until next time, you guys, hopefully you have an amazing, safe, and productive week. And what? And we will see you guys next Sunday, same bad time, same bad channel.